Good morning, afternoon, or evening. My name is Shannon, and today I'm going to be starting a challenge where I try to read 200 pages every day for a week. I have been struggling a lot lately with reading. Life has just been kind of hectic lately, so I haven't really had time to read, and when I have had time, I didn't want to read. I just wanted to lay in bed. I think I was dealing with a little bit of a burnout, but I hope that this will get me back into reading, because depending on the length of the book, I could read like 4 or 5 books this week, depending on how many pages they are, obviously. But I really hope this will work. And one of you guys actually requested this video, which is what sparked my decision to do this. So the book I'm currently in the middle of is A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. This book has affected me a lot. I was crying. I was getting anxious. Like, this book, I would take the trigger warnings very seriously on this book if I were you, especially for the gaslighting and that kind of stuff. I'm only like halfway, a little under halfway in, but I'm going to start reading now. I'm at page 113, so I will keep you guys posted. Hey y'all, so I just finished A Dowry of Blood and the novella inside of it called, I think it's A Dawn of Roses. This book was really, really good. I would probably rate it 4.5 stars. It resonated with me very deeply. It's basically it's about a woman named Constanta, and Dracula finds her and takes her as his bride, and she's the narrator of the story, but she's writing a letter to Dracula explaining why she decided to kill him. And it's really good. It's really complex. It is beautifully tragic, and I feel like the ending was perfect. I would highly recommend the book, especially for anyone who has been in a toxic relationship. I'd read the trigger warnings though, because parts of this book definitely made me anxious. So I started the day at 1:13, and I read to this book in 292. So that means I only have 21 pages I have to read, and then I'll be done with today. I will probably end up reading more, but I don't know whether or not to count what I read today for tomorrow's pages as well. Like, if I read like 300 pages today, I only have to read 100 tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I think if I slack one day, I will make it up the next day. Anywho, I think after reading that, because as good of a book it was dark, I think I need to read a fluffy romance. I have been eyeing this book ever since I bought it. It sounds like a really good YA romance, just a really quick, nice, fluffy fall romance. It is Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walther. I really enjoyed The Summer of Broken Rules. I think I gave it 4 stars, 3.5 stars. This book is 324 pages. If I start this today, odds are I will be finishing it tomorrow with the 200 page mark in mind. But I'm going to start it, and I will let you guys know if I have any updates. Okay, so I just finished my 200 pages for today. I read the first 2 chapters of Maybe Meant to Be. I will probably read more later. I just have some stuff to do right now. But I'm really enjoying it so far. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow when I'm about to start my 200 pages for tomorrow. Hey y'all, it's the next day. I'm gonna read for a little bit, then I need to go to an appointment, and my sister-in-law actually had her baby today, so we have to go down to a hospital that's a little ways away at some point today. So I don't know if I'll be able to get 200 pages done today, but I will try my very hardest, and I will update you guys as often as I can. I didn't end up reading last night because I was busy with other things, but I am going to resume Maybe Meant to Be, and I'll update you in a little bit. Hey y'all, it's a little later in the day. I haven't been able to read too much, only about 50 odd pages, so I still have 150 to go. It's about 5 o'clock now. We're just about to go to the hospital to visit our new baby nephew and then hopefully be back. We may go out to eat after because it's around that time, but I think I'll be able to get my reading done hopefully today. I started today off on page 28 of the book. I'm on page 75. I am really enjoying the book so far, so it's no bearing on the book. I've just been kind of busy today, but I will update you guys if I start reading again. I'll probably read on the way to the hospital, but other than that, I'm not sure right now. Hey y'all, it's the next day. It's kind of gloomy outside, which is why I have my lamp on and why I look super warm-toned, but I utterly failed yesterday. I read like 5 pages on the way to the hospital to visit my sister-in-law and new nephew. Then we ended up not getting out of there till like 7:45, and then my husband and my mother-in-law and I went to B-Dubs for dinner just because we hadn't had anything to eat, and we ended up staying there till like 1 in the morning, and so I definitely didn't read it all. I just checked. I started reading on page 28 yesterday, and now I'm at page 86 of the book, so I've read just about 60 pages, so I have about 340 pages that I need to read today. So I need to finish this book and then start a new one, and I definitely can do that if I keep my mind to it. It's only about 10:30, I want to say, in the morning, so I can definitely do it. But I will keep you guys posted. I'm still really enjoying the book as well. Okay, so this is just an update on the book, not me reading. I just got to about page 150 and I'm getting so annoyed because both of the love interests in this story, because this book's actually about 2 romances, they're both so amazing and so sweet, and both of the main characters, they just keep messing it up. And I understand what they're going through. Well, I've never experienced what they're going through, but it's making me so mad because they don't deserve to be treated like this, and it's just aggravating me. But I'm just about halfway through now, and I'll keep you guys posted. Howdy y'all, it is later in the day. I just finished Maybe Meant to Be. I loved it. It was so good. It was very cute. It was a very sweet, easy, breezy fall YA romance book. I don't quite know what I'd rate it yet, but that puts me at, including yesterday, that puts me at 296 pages. So I only have 104 pages before I finish my goal of 200 for today and make up for yesterday. I'm not quite sure what I want to read just yet because a part of me kind of wants to start Caraval because I haven't read anything by Stephanie Garber since I read The Ballad of Never After, and that book really made me fall in love with her writing, so I'm not sure. But then a part of me also wants to start There Are No Saints, or the new Penelope Douglas book I got. Well, it's not newly published, but it's new to me, called Falling Away. I have no idea. I think I'm actually gonna ask my husband to pick for me. I'll be right back. Okay, so I talked to my husband and I told him, just based on the cover, not based on anything else, which book should I pick. I showed him Caraval, Falling Away, and There Are No Saints, and he decided on There Are No Saints by Sophie Lark. I'm really excited to read this because it's a dark romance, I believe. But I have to read at least 104 pages of this tomorrow. And if I read further, I feel like I will count it towards tomorrow, because tomorrow I have to both film and edit a video. And I also have to clean my house tomorrow and get groceries. So I may try to compile on in preparation for tomorrow. But we'll see. And I'll keep you guys posted. Hey y'all, it's the same day. I just changed shirts. But I am not done reading it. I ended up having to go out to dinner, and then we had to pick up someone's car from the airport. So we had to go down there. So it's just about 10 o'clock now. I only have about 50 pages left. I'm really not loving this so far. It's just not really what I'm in the mood for. So I think I'm going to give it the 50 more pages that I owe for today. And then if I'm still not enjoying it, I think I'm going to start Carnival tomorrow. However, tomorrow is a super busy day for me. So I do not know that I will be able to get it all done tomorrow. Hopefully I will, and I don't know, I just have so much to do, and I really don't know that I'll have time to read 200 pages tomorrow. If I don't have time to read 200 pages tomorrow, I will do my best to make up for it on Monday. However, again, Monday is a super busy day for me as well, but anything that is lacking from either tomorrow or Monday, I will make up for on Tuesday. I will let you guys know when I'm done for tonight and done reading for today. Okay, so I've literally only read a page and a half, and I just got the biggest ick. Like, this guy, his name's Cole, and he has taken to stalking the female love interest of the story, and oh my god, he just said something that oh my gosh, he has such a god complex. He literally says, I do what I want, I get what I want. If there's a god of this world, it's me. And then he says, but even Zeus found mortals interesting from time to time. Like, what the fuck? Why do you think so highly of yourself? This is clearly a problem. But I'll still give it the 50 pages. But if it doesn't get better, I will stop reading it for now. Hey y'all. I finished my reading for today. I just got to page 104 in There Are No Saints. I don't think I'm gonna stick with it tomorrow. I'm just really not enjoying it right now. I just don't think the dark romance thing is for me right now. And like, I do like dark romance, but it's just not doing it for me right now. And it's kind of dark. Like, this book is dark, and I don't really want to put myself in that mindset when I'm already struggling to read right now, just because of being busy, also just kind of being in a reading slump. I'm definitely not going to force myself to read this tomorrow. I'll either pick another super fluffy romance or the Caraval series, because I miss Stephanie Garber's writing. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to start tomorrow, But I will keep you guys posted. I'll let you guys know when I start reading tomorrow, because I have no idea when it'll be with everything I want to get done. So I'll talk to you then. I just wanted to update you guys. It is the next day. I can say pretty definitively I will not be getting any reading done today. I have so much to do today. I just got back from the grocery store and I have to put all the groceries away, clean out the fridge. I will try my best to update you guys, and I'll try my best to read today too, but I'm pretty sure I won't be able to. And if this is the last I talk to you guys today, I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, y'all. It has actually been a day since we last spoke. So last I checked in, it was Sunday, and I told you guys I probably wouldn't be reading that day because I had so much to do. And that held true, but I also didn't read it all yesterday because I had so much to do. So technically, I have to read 600 pages today, which I don't foresee happening. So I think what I'll probably end up trying to do is read 400 pages today and 400 pages tomorrow. And then if I'm not able to do that, we'll just go from there, because I'm failing this challenge miserably because I have things I like legitimately need to do. And then when I finally have time to read, I literally just want to be comatose, pretty much, in bed. But I have some stuff to do this morning, and then I will talk to you guys when I get back. Hey y'all, I just got back to my house and I wanted to give you like a small update. So I have a couple things I need to do around the house. I need to finish some work and then I'm gonna start reading. It's just after 1, so hopefully I can get 400 pages done. Again, that is very ambitious for this late in the day, but I'm really gonna try. That's all for now. Hey y'all, it is later in the evening. I finally have time to read, although I definitely won't be able to read 400 pages today. I think I'm going to try to read 2 poetry books because I feel like that's an easier way to do pages right now, just because there's no way I'm gonna catch up. Like, there's no way, because technically I was supposed to read 600 pages today and that's not happening. There's no chance. There's no way I even read 400 pages today. And so I feel like if I read poetry, I'll be able to get through it faster. And while I wouldn't consider it cheating because I am still reading the same amount of pages, it will allow me to read more pages faster. So the two, I mean, I have so many poetry books, but the 2 that I'm most interested in reading tonight are Self-Love for Small Town Girls by Lang Leave. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And then this book recommendation, or this poetry book recommendation, actually came from my older sister, and she recommended Enough Rope by Dorothy Parker, and I read one of the poems and I really liked it, so I got it. But I'm going to start reading these and I'll let you know where I get. So I just finished Enough Rope by Dorothy Parker, which is a poetry book, and that was 124 pages. So I got 124 pages done, and I really don't want to read. I'm not even gonna lie, like, no part of me wants to read right now. I really just want to lay in bed and watch Bob's Burgers, if I'm being honest. I was thinking while I was reading the poetry book that maybe tomorrow I will pick up where I left off in the Shatter Me series, because I only have 1 novella and then the last book left, and then the novella after that. But I got really attached the last time I started reading it again, because I've had 2 phases of this series so far. So I originally started the series, I think it was the end of January, and I got obsessed, very obsessed. I read the first 3 books and the novellas within the first 3 books in 3 days. And then I believe it was the end of March, beginning of April, that I started reading again, and I read the next 2 books in the series and the novellas that accompanied those in between, and became promptly obsessed again and decided to take a step back before I had the biggest book hangover, even though that kind of happened anyway. Oh my gosh, with all the reveals that happened in the 4th and 5th books, I was just so attached and so involved that I felt like it wasn't good for me to keep reading this, or I would go crazy. I know that sounds so dramatic, but there are just some series, I don't know, I have this in, there are just some series for me that I need to stop myself when I'm reading them, because I will get way too attached. This happened with Akatar, it happened with the Shadow Me series, but I was thinking about it and I thought it might be time for me to start the Shadow Me series again. Well, not start it again, but pick up where I left off. I don't know, I'm talking way too much. I'm gonna go. I probably won't read anymore tonight, but that's all. I'm gonna talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning, y'all. It is the next day. I did end up deciding to finish the Shatter Me series. I obviously haven't started reading yet for today, but I did decide that that is what I want to do. So I have to read Reveal Me and then Imagine Me and Believe Me, and I can get through these books pretty quick, so I feel like reading all of this today shouldn't be too hard for me, which I feel like should help me a lot with the 676 pages I am technically supposed to be reading today. I don't see that happening, but I do want to try my best. I decided to write it on a whiteboard just because it'll be so much easier for me to remember and keep track of if I write it on a board or write it somewhere. So it is just about 10 a.m. I'm going to start reading and I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, so I just finished Reveal Me and it was so good. I love Kenji so much. He's honestly probably one of my favorite characters. But there are no words. I'm shocked. I realize I'm acting crazy, but I don't care because this series is so good. Okay, so I just finished that. Now I need to read Imagine Me, and this book is 450 pages. This book is 177. So if I read these 2 books today, I will finish the goal, which is now at 594, because after that novella it's at 594. So if I finish these books today, I'll be able to get through it, and I feel like I can definitely get through these books today because I feel like I read these books a lot faster than regular books. I have no idea why though. Anywho, I'm gonna get started. I'm so excited. I'm a little disappointed that this book, I'm pretty sure, doesn't have Warner's point of view in it, which kind of sucks. But we get Kenji, and so I'm happy for that. But I'm gonna start this, and I'll update you guys if I have any updates. Hey y'all, so I just got back from taking a break to eat lunch, but in the 1 hour I read Imagine Me, I was able to read 121 pages, which brought the page total that I have to read for the rest of today down to 473. I love these books so much. The Shadow Me series is probably one of my favorite series of all time, at least as of right now, but I'm also able to fly through these for a reason completely unbeknownst to me. I was shocked when I looked at the clock and it was like 11:40 or something, and I was at page 90 because I started reading this book at right around 11. Anywho, I'm loving it so much, and I'm gonna get back into reading, and I'll check in with you guys in a little. Oh my god. I I just got to the part where they explain the title of the series, and this probably might not even be an important moment in the story. I mean, it's definitely a spoiler, so I'm not gonna say anything. Oh my god, it all makes sense. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I, there are no words. That's all I have to say. Okay, so just finished the book. I loved it so much, so much. I don't know what I would rate it right now, but I'll think on it. I calculated it. I only have 46 more pages to read today, and I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to be reading all of this today. This is 177 pages, and I may contribute the extra pages, to tomorrow's 200 pages, because tomorrow's the last day of the challenge, and I may have a really busy day tomorrow, so I might not be able to read too much. So I might contribute the pages to tomorrow. But if I am able to read 200 pages tomorrow, even better. But, oh my god. I loved it so much. And this may be controversial, but I think Aaron Warner's quite possibly my favorite book boyfriend ever. Like, I like him more than Reese. I like him more than Julian hates. I don't know how to emphasize how strong of a statement that is coming from me, but I love him so much. Anywho, I'm going to read this and I will let you guys know my thoughts. So, I just finished Believe Me. It it was perfect. It was the perfect novella. It was the best thing I could have possibly asked for after all of this series. It was so good. I think I'm definitely gonna rate it 5 stars, and I know that's odd for a novella, but I don't really care because it was perfect. I loved it so much. So, having finished this, I have now read an extra 131 pages for today. Definitely read a lot more today than I was planning on, but I'm really happy that I can just breeze through these books the way that I can. I don't know if I will be adding the extra pages to tomorrow's 200 pages, or if I'll just be trying to read another 200 pages tomorrow, because tomorrow's a pretty busy day and I have company spending the weekend this weekend at my house, and so I need to clean and get ready. Tomorrow is also the last day of this challenge, so I really want to go out with a bang, but I don't know. I don't really want to be done reading for tonight because it's still really early. It's only, well, it's later than I thought it was. It's 8:30, but I have no clue what I'm gonna read next. I feel like I've been reading this series all year, and I practically have because I started the series in January and I just finished it. But I liked the way that I spaced it out because, as you can clearly see, I get really attached when I read this series. And so I usually only read a couple of books and then I take a step back, and I feel like that was good for me. But it was so good. This book, I have decided on my rating for it. It probably is gonna get a 4.5. Just because I can't stand Anderson at all. That man makes me think I am capable of murder. I hate him with a passion. And so just because of the way that he acted in this book and the things he said, just, oh my gosh, it was really hard to read and even endure it for a little bit. And so 4.5. Otherwise it was really good. I don't know what to read after this. I'm gonna look through my shelves and I'll let you know when I pick a book. Hey y'all. It's been maybe an hour since we last spoke. I looked throughout my TBR for a book to read, and then I landed on Indigo Ridge, but I don't really feel like reading the physical copy. I don't really know why. I just don't feel like annotating and reading it in that form. And so I'm just going to read Indigo Ridge on this until I feel like going to bed. It's just about 10 o'clock, so I feel like I won't be reading too much tonight. I'm really gonna try to finish this tomorrow so I can be done with it by the time Hopeless comes out on Friday. But I'm just gonna read in bed and drink my tea. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning, y'all. It is the next day and I have actually already read 200 pages today. I know, it's amazing, but the reason I've already read 200 pages today is because I woke up super early and I wasn't able to get back to bed, so I decided to just read on my Kindle, and I was able to read 200 pages. I'm not done Indigo Ridge yet, but when I'm editing, I will let you know if I end up finishing it today. With this challenge being completed though, I wanted to give you guys all my thoughts on it and all the pros and cons and all that stuff. So, I think this challenge was a really good thing for me to do. I think this video came at the perfect time for me because I, as you all know, have been struggling pretty bad with a book slump, and this, I feel, really got me out of it, especially yesterday. After yesterday, I can tell that I am no longer in a book slump because of how much I wanted to continue reading after I read a whole book and 2 novellas yesterday, and that made me really excited. But with how I read, this challenge was definitely not easy because I do read a lot, but it happens all the time that I don't read at all for an entire day. And in this previous week, I didn't read at all for 2 days. And then I barely read on the 3rd day, which is why I had to read 676 pages yesterday. But I do feel that this challenge was really good and really fun. Now, I thought I would review with you guys all of the books I read this week. These are all the books I read this week. We'll start from the beginning of the week to now. So, the first book I read for this challenge was A Dowry of Blood. I think I would rate this 4.5 stars. It was incredible. It was tragically beautiful. I really, really enjoyed this book. Then I read Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walther. This book was so good. It is the perfect fall YA romance. I would rate this probably 4.25. When I started to get back into reading after 2 days away, I read the entire poetry book Enough Rope by Dorothy Parker. This was really, really good. I really enjoyed her poems and the rhyming, the linguistics of it. I just really enjoyed her poetry. I would rate this 4 stars. Then, my beloved, I finished the Shatter Me series. I read Reveal Me, and I think I gave that 4 stars. I love Kenji so much. Then I read Imagine Me, the last actual book in this series. I rated it 4.5 stars. I loved it so much, except for the fact that Anderson is the living worst. And I read Believe Me. I loved this so much. I realize it's a novella and it's impractical, but I'm rating this 5 stars because it was perfect to me. Now, I have not finished this book. I'm not even reading the physical version, but I am just over halfway done with Indigo Ridge by Devney Perry. This book I'm really enjoying so far. I will say the mystery subplot is intriguing me more than the romance is, but I really want to know who did it, especially in such a small town. I think it's just, oh, it's so good. And I'll let you guys know if I finish that today. And you guys can watch my October wrap up if you want to see my final thoughts on that book. But I think that this video is done. It feels like it's been so long since I started this video. Definitely had a lot of twists and turns, but I completed it fully. I'm very proud of myself for that. If you liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. All of my social media is linked down below for any of you who would like to follow me on either my Bookstagram or Goodreads. If you'd like to be notified right when I post a new video, just make sure to click the notification bell. I hope you all are having an absolutely wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.